Hi, I'm Noelle Spriestersbaugh. I am a mental health specialist at Westerville South High School, and today in Self-Care in the Kitchen, we are talking about connecting over cream puffs. Now, we know that during the pandemic, connecting with people and feeling a part of a community became really challenging with social distancing. So we had to get creative. In my family, that meant a lot of Zoom and FaceTime calls, reading books over Facebook Messenger with the grandparents, doing a craft project with our 3-year-old friends through Zoom, or in my case, connecting with people over different new recipes to try while hanging out on FaceTime. Different people connected in different ways, but we did find that despite having to socially distance, it is possible to connect with other people and to feed into those relationships, which is important because we know that when we're experiencing high levels of stress or feeling isolated, those relationships can be a huge resiliency factor. Investing in relationships and ways to connect with people that matter to us is a really important part of self-care. We know that feeling connected to others and a part of a community can impact motivation, it can impact our negative or positive thoughts, and just help us to recharge when we're feeling kind of low or burnt out. Now, I love making cream puffs for a couple different reasons. One, they are very versatile. They are something that you can make either sweet or savory. You can choose the fillings and switch it up. And you can also make small bite sizes that you can share with friends. So for me, cream puffs are kind of the perfect dessert. Cream puff batter in French is actually called pâte à choux, which translates to cabbage batter. It's called that because these actually look like little mini cabbages. In French, the term chou is actually used as a term of endearment as well. So ma petite chou, my little cabbage, is something you would say to someone when you call them something like sweetie in English. I had a lot of trial and error while perfecting my pâte à choux recipe, so don't get frustrated if it doesn't turn out the first time or two, just because whatever you produce will be delicious. But it may fall. One of the biggest tricks I can give is to make sure that when you are baking it, you go long enough. You really want it to be this kind of dark brown gold color on the outside without it being burned. One important thing to note about cream puffs is that they are best fresh. Now, sometimes it can be a little daunting to have to make them and the filling on the same day. So what you can also do is make them, let them cool completely before storing them in an airtight container. And then before you use them the day of, you throw them into the oven to get crisp again at about 300 degrees for 5 to 7 minutes. Let them cool completely and then you can fill them, and they are so good fresh. Today, we're actually going to phone in a friend to help us try a different filling for our cream puffs, because what we have here are pâte à choux, which is cream puff, with coconut lime curd filling. Let's get started. One of the things I love about food, and baking and cooking specifically, is that it is a really wonderful way to show people that you love them or appreciate them. It's also a way that I like to take care of people and myself. I have a lot of really wonderful memories around shared meals or a baking project in the kitchen with family. A lot of my favorite holiday memories are around food. So it's a real way, food is a real central way to connect with others. And so I encourage you to make sure you're connecting with others, be it through food or Zoom or whatever means, as a way to make sure that your community is still connected and thriving during these crazy times. I challenge you to reach out to one of your people. Strengthen that community by connecting with someone who's your person, someone you trust, someone you know that recharges you when you get to spend time with them, and make that connection. Now, I have been waiting patiently all day to try these, so I'm going to go ahead and taste how this really turned out. That is excellent. That hint of coconut with the cream of the whipped cream and the crunch of the fresh cream puff. That is a solid dessert. Adam Rex, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Adam Rex. I'm a social worker in the district, and I actually am the coordinator of the EOS program, which is right across the street from Westerville South.
And in your spare time?
I am a pretty serious ice cream, also connoisseur. A lot of ice cream is consumed by me.
You know, I think connoisseur is actually the word I used when I introduced you. So
yes, we didn't practice
that. This is perfect. Okay, so can you show us an alternative filling? So when I made it, I did a coconut lime curd part, and then also part whipped cream mixed together, and that was the filling for the cream puffs I made. What else can we put in cream puffs?
So first off, I tried the one with the coconut lime curd, and it is phenomenal. So if you want to try to make that, I highly suggest it. But being as where my dessert options usually lie in the ice cream realm, I decided I should try some ice cream in a cream puff. So this was probably a very tough decision for me because I wanted to bring 3 or 4 different kinds, but I went with what I thought would be the most universally appealing. And I went with a salted caramel ice cream from Jenny's, which is kind of top shelf when it comes to ice creams, but I figured this video and this cream puff would be worth it. So what I did was I put some salted caramel ice cream in a bag, cut the tip off of it, and it's been melting for a couple minutes, softening, we'll say. And then I took one of Noelle's cream puffs, which, oh man, if you guys make these. And then I'm just gonna pipe it in like this. And I'm always going to err on the side of
consistency.
I'm going to err on the side of overfilling. I just don't think you can go wrong. And I only brought enough ice cream for one, it looks like, but so there's no one for me to share with, so we're good. So we go like that, and then we just put the little hat back on that I cut out using my serrated knife. And now you have a salted caramel ice cream filled cream puff to go along with your lime coconut curd cream puff, which looks delicious. Am I allowed to have a bite before I talk about it?
I'd actually prefer that you try it, yeah.
Yeah, as good as advertised. The warm or the room temperature cream puff and the cold ice cream, it does things in your mouth. It's great. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Adam, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for sharing your true expertise in the world of ice cream and making this dessert to taking it to the next level.
My absolute pleasure. Anything to get dessert.
Hey, before you go, can I ask you for one tip that you have for other people on ways that you connected, other than obviously eating like this virtually from friends when they drop off baked goods, but
connecting virtually is great, and it's kind of necessary during these times. But one thing that I found was even better was to do a socially distanced get together with someone. I have kids, they're all elementary school age, and they were really missing their grandparents. Which again, it's a tough population. My parents are a little older, a little nervous about everything that's going on. So we met at a park, brought carry out, or I think my parents brought something from home, and had like a socially distanced picnic. We used like a picnic table that was there, one of those big, like heavy cement ones. We stayed on one side of it, they stayed on the other side of it. We kind of posted up and ate. It was just great to see people in person. Like, it makes a huge difference when you're talking to people virtually all the time. It's like, oh, that's nice, but then you see people and it's like, wow, that's a game changer to have a conversation with people in person. There's not much that can take the place of actual human physical interaction.
That is great advice. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hey, if you need any other help in any future episodes, dessert is kind of my wheelhouse, but I'm happy to participate in anything eating related.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
For people who are looking for something a little sweeter. That's good. That having Zoom calls or
Sorry.
you need to take that.
No, it's my alarm telling me it's a matter. Atticus. Hey buddy, stay in the front, guys. Front yard, please.
One of the reasons why it's so easy to stuff. Pata choux actually translates to